Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I share with you my journey on intermittent fasting and meditation. So today we're going to be discussing what is the fastest and easiest way to lose weight. And if you're like me and you're lazy, listen up. Okay, so I'm guessing what you're thinking, but no, it isn't by diet and it isn't through exercise. Now you see, when you go on a diet, you usually have to restrict the food that you eat. So it means that you cannot eat any and anything that you want. And usually what ends up happening is that you end up having cravings and you eventually crash. Okay, now let us analyze exercise. So let's say, for example, you're doing a workout, which is about 30 minutes for the day. So it's 30 minutes of moderate cardio. Now that is going to allow you to burn about 150 calories. Now let's say you're a person who eats 3 meals per day. So if you're eating 3 meals per day, it means that your caloric intake, your daily caloric intake is about 2,000 to 3,000 calories. Okay, so let's put everything together. So your workout, you're going to be burning 150 calories for your workout, but you're eating up to 3,000 calories. Now, do you know that if you had to lose a single pound, it takes up to 3,000 calories. So you have to burn 3,000 calories to lose just 1 pound. Okay? Now, if we went back to that exercise regimen that you're doing, it means that you will have to work out for at least 3 weeks to lose just 1 pound on that exercise plan. And usually by then, most of us have already given up. Okay, so now it comes back to what is the fastest and easiest and also the most sustainable way to lose weight? The answer is through intermittent fasting. What is intermittent fasting? It is just basically not eating. So it's like skipping a meal or 2 per day. So you wake up in the morning, you can say you're skipping breakfast, or you can say you're skipping lunch, or you're skipping both. Now it means that when you sit down to have a meal, you do not have to worry about having any restrictions. So basically, you can eat foods from any different food groups. So whatever you want to eat at that meal, you can basically eat it. Okay? And in doing so, you usually tend to not have any cravings. So because of that, it tends to be a more sustainable plan, a more solid and long-term plan. Now, not to mention, intermittent fasting has a lot of other benefits. So it helps us be less compulsive. It also builds discipline. So it means also when you break the fast, so at the point when you're going to eat, it means that you're also able to make healthier food choices, right? So it doesn't mean that just because you didn't eat for the day and you're going to sit and eat, it doesn't mean that you're going to eat all sorts of things. In fact, people who do intermittent fasting, they tend to eat very clean, right? So it helps you make more or better decisions, right? Choices in your life, right? And not just with your food, but in other aspects of your life, it also triggers. So that discipline triggers in other aspects of your life, right? And not to mention the other benefits. You're usually more filled with energy during the day. A lot of you will know that if you eat a big meal, right? You eat a very heavy meal. When you're done, you feel very drained. In fact, we end up sleeping and we have a word for it. Okay. And that is what I'm talking about. When you fast now, you end up having the energy. Okay, that energy, you're able to focus mentally more during the day. You have gut health. And when I say gut, I mean the stomach and the intestine. So you have that gut health flourishing. And there are a lot of many more benefits of intermittent fasting. Now, you may be asking me, so isn't this the same as dieting? But no, it is not the same as dieting. You see, a diet is a very short-term and rigid plan, right? And it usually tends to be unrealistic because we cut out all sorts of stuff, right? And then when we cut out all sorts of stuff, we end up craving these stuff. and then we crash on the diet, right? So we give up the diet completely. Now with intermittent fasting, it is a long-term plan, and you do not have to restrict any food you eat. You can basically eat anything you want. The key here is moderation, right? So you eat any food, but you eat it with moderation. And as I mentioned above, usually people who do intermittent fasting, they eat very healthy, right? So it doesn't mean that you're going and just you're going to be eating junk food also. So you eat very healthy. So it means that intermittent fasting, it's going to end up being a more sustainable and long-term way to not just lose the weight, but also to keep the weight off. Okay, now I know most of us as women, we usually tend to be on some type of weight loss journey at some point in our life. Men also, right? So if you're on your weight loss journey, share with us how your journey is going. Share with us what you did, your tips. Okay, we'll be very happy to learn from your experience as well. And if you're now starting this journey and you want to learn more about intermittent fasting, this is the place for you. So go ahead and subscribe or follow so that you can see more videos like this.